Or what are you reading this week? What are you reading this week?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
What
I
aren't
feel
you
like
reading this week?
I feel like we could do a whole episode on book grants. I know we have it on our list. And
Okay.
like, do we need to do a whole episode? Because look at us right now. Look at us. Like we cannot shut up.
I
Like
love it though. That's the point of our
I know, but
podcast.
like this I don't watch scary movies in public because I will scream like an idiot. Like I watched a movie with the hubby the other day because I've told you before, like I don't like scary
Yeah.
movies, but I'll watch them for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I
He likes it. Yeah.
screamed so much, and he's like, he got bored with it, and he's like on his phone at one point. I'm like, babe, did you see that? It is there, like, and he's just, it's nothing to him, and I'm just like freaking out. I'm like, do we need to turn more lights on? Like, don't look under the bed. Do not roll the light thing under the bed. Don't look up in that corner.
I love it. I love it. Well, see,
I will
that's the
say it
thing is
was a
like
good movie though. It was a good movie.
I'm also like in this mood now where like I'm kind of over possession movies and like culty, like I'm gonna summon a demon to possess this thing, and then like we're gonna give like the demon what they want or give the demon souls or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like the narrative is kind of just like it's lost its luster for me.
Yeah.
I'm more now into like actual psycho thriller, like this could have really happened kind of scary movies.
Yeah.
Um
This
like
was like,
Midsummer.
what was this? This was the new Boogeyman movie.
Oh yeah, the Stephen King one. Oh,
Yeah,
it's so good.
like
What was that on?
I don't
Amazon?
know. Maybe.
HBO? HBO maybe?
No. It was either Amazon or Netflix. It's got to
Okay.
be. But it was like,
Yeah, because I mean I read Stephen King like religiously.
gosh,
Like I am into
it was
spooky stuff.
intense. It was
I bet
intense
it was.
in
Well, that
broad
was based off
daylight.
one of his short stories. That movie is based off one of his short stories that he wrote, um, just kind of as like a little excerpt, right? So he writes a lot of stuff, like a lot, like way too much, and so a lot of his stuff is like doesn't really turn into anything until later. So he has whole books of just short stories that he's written, and he loves ghosts. Ghosts and
Yeah, that
vampires
was the
are his Jimmy Jam, that's for sure.
creepy thing and
Yeah, I love
the
creepy things.
stuff and the.
Love. Well, that's a great transition to our book rant. Or what are you reading this week? What are you reading this week?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
What aren't you reading this week?
I feel like we could do a whole episode on book grants. I know we have it on our list. And
Okay.
like, do we need to do a whole episode? Because look at us right now. Look at us. Like we cannot shut up.
I
Like
love it though. That's the point of our
I know. But
podcast.
like currently
That's the point.
I'm reading Played by the Bishop by Samantha Barrett
Oh,
at
nice.
Barrett, not Barrett. What?
That's so weird.
Maybe.
We just went to a place in Colorado called Bishop's Castle.
Oh, well, this I
That's really
got
cool.
as an advanced copy. Technically, this book is already out, but she's got like this is part of a series. There's like 6 books, and
Yeah.
then she is now releasing next week. She's releasing a novella that connects this
Ooh,
series to the next generation of
I love
these.
that.
And I love that kind of stuff. And so I was like sucked in by it. And I was like, yeah, I'll read the advanced copy of that. And like, oh, for a limited time, you're offering up the first 6 books that came before it to go on. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Not
Yeah.
really looking at my calendar and thinking about I already had 5 advanced copies of other books that I had to read before that. So there's no way I'm going to get through all 7 by the 16th. So I'm going to have to be like emailing somebody and being like, I'm going
Hmm.
to be a little late on some of these because I'm like, let's see, how far am I into the first one? And I think my Kindle's about to die. I don't know. I'm 33%
Yeah.
into the first one. So
Okay.
out of 7.
You need to bust them through, girl.
Yeah, I do. I don't know how
You
many.
only have
I've
like
read so many
6
books
days.
in the past few days. Like,
Oh my God,
it's
it's Friday the
insane.
13th.
I know. That's why we're having so many issues. That's why there's so many tech issues this morning.
Yes, I
Starting my
was
live
by.
stream with no sound. Like,
Right. No, it was
Who does
fine. It was
that?
fine.
Who does
Well,
that?
I'm reading the second Dune book. It's called Dune Messiah. It's about
Hey,
Paul.
no, quit.
Was it a ghost? Or was it your dog?
I have no idea why they started barking. They started going crazy.
The dog is possessed, or
Like,
your grandmother is standing behind
it's
you.
like
It's
I knew it
fine.
was coming. I heard the one that's under the blanket. I heard her like woof from under the blanket. Like, you don't even know what you're barking at. Like, why are you barking? And then she set off
It was
the
a
other two.
presence. It was a presence. Maybe she was barking
She
in her
knew the mail
sleep.
lady was across the street. That's what it was. She just knew.
They can
Okay,
hear all types of stuff. So
maybe.
Dune 2, the
Okay.
second book, and there's like technically 3 that are in like the series. This is like 10 years after the first book. So it's just I love his writing and I love his chapter structure,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, like it's kind of lost its luster unless it's going to get better towards the end, which that's kind of how the first book kind of was, where it's like some of the shit doesn't hit the fan until the end, but at the same time, like I feel like right away Paul was like hit with some shit. And like right now, Chani is just like bugging him to get pregnant. So it's like kind of like and I'm like, I know there's no smut, so it can't get like fun, you know? So it's like, it's just gonna be them like, you need it. It's because he needs an heir and he needs to have, he becomes the emperor, spoiler alert, but he has to like produce a son, because that's like kind of a big deal within their universe is like procreation is kind of limited and the human species is thinned, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but like the truest human was the emperor at the time. And Paul is an Atreides, which is one of the other branches of it's almost like a big family tree. Like everyone who's in power
Oh,
is like from the same kind of family tree. So all of like the dukes and stuff are all like cousins, if that makes sense.
okay.
Um, it's
Hmm.
kind of complicated, but um, so that's like a big deal to Chani. Chani is like his quote unquote girlfriend slash wife, but he's really married to Princess Illyrian, but that's like a whole nother thing.
Oh.
Um, well, because like you can have a wife in this universe, but you could also have like a consort or like
Oh.
a bedridden wife. If that makes sense. Like you
Okay.
can have like a side wife. You could have like a
Yeah.
side wife that you're like you can have like a marriage obligation wife, and then you can have like the wife you really want to like sleep with every night and like have a relationship with and
Oh.
not be political about it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think the book is good so far. It's just one of those things where like I just love the universe so much, and it's like they're really focusing in on this. Like these last 2 chapters have just been like kind of repetitive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's okay. It
Yeah.
happens.
It happens.
It happens.
It
It
happens.
happens. Yeah.
Well,
But
so far this is
yeah,
good. So I've have high hopes for the series.
good, 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 good. I hope you get through them all.
My gosh, I will. It just may not be by the 16th because I think
Do
I
you have to
totaled it
have
up
them
and
done, or it's like
it was like 1,300 pages total between all of them. And
wow?
I don't see me getting through that by the 16th, But like
Maybe,
I've
maybe.
read, how many have I read this month? Because I had like
I
before I
haven't seen
got
your
to
book
this,
spread for this month yet.
oh my gosh, I've got okay, starting October 1st. Okay. Because I don't know when this actually hits the channel, but I finished a book that day and like late at night and texted Mandy about it because I was like, what the fuck did I just read? And she's like, I know. And then couldn't go to sleep because it was so, what the fuck did I just read? And so I started another book. And so between now and then, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is book 6.
Nice. You gotta
And
get through another
it's the
6 though.
13th. I don't think in 3 days I can get through 7 books. I mean, I might be good, but I
You're
don't think I'm
good.
that good.
That's a little crazy. That's like
Yeah.
you not doing anything.
Yeah. And I got too much shit to do. Like,
Yeah.
I can't be
You're busy. You're
like,
busy.
I thought I read a lot. And then, you think I read a lot, which I think I do. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
You
And
read way
then,
more than me.
and then we know Mandy reads more than me, you know?
Yeah.
And then like the book that I finished on the first, like she was like the day or maybe 2 days before, she's like, "Are you done yet?" Like she's like, I have feelings. We need to talk. Like, so, but like there's a chick in my Facebook group who like has us beat. Like we're talking,
Yeah.
I
Like
think
daily.
last month
She's reading a book
she
a
read like
day.
29 books last month or something. Yeah, I don't understand. Like what, like how? Like how long are these books?
How long
Like
are these books? How are you doing
like
nothing? Like,
what
do you not work? Like, are
like
you
what
doing your
how
own
do you fit these in?
laundry? Like,
Like how are you a speed reader? Like what I
my
that's
mom
just
used
a
to be
lot.
able to do that. My mom could
Yeah.
read, like, I remember when the last Harry Potter book came out, and my mom read that in like 2 days. She
Yeah.
read that 800 pages in like 2 days,
I mean, this
easily.
one probably won't be too bad because I'm looking at it and I think it's less than 200 pages, I think. So it's like
Oh, okay. It could be
196.
fine.
So that's not too bad. Like they're all like right around 200. You know, I
You
think
could
the
do at
novella
least the
is
next
100.
two.
So
I think you could do the next two if you really wanted to.
yeah, I think I could get through 2 or 3 by the 16th. I mean,
So will
we'll
you
see.
get access to them when the full release is then, or like,
Well, like I mean, she sent me like all the books. Like I didn't think it was going to happen, and because I filled out the form and I was like, yeah, I'll do. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I didn't hear anything for a couple days, and I'm thinking, okay, good. I dodged a bullet there. I can read them later because I've got like 3 books, 4 books that are supposed to be due for
right,
reviews before that. So I'm like, whoo.
right.
And then I wake up and it's like, we've just sent you all 7. Check your Kindle. And I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, I currently have, like, I'm looking at my
That's
Notion list. I
crazy.
currently have 9 other books other than this one. I have 9 other advanced copies of books that I need to get through, and 8 plus this one. So 9 total. So 10 total, and 9 of those have to be done by the end of the month.
Wow.
And one of
And
those
you're
is
doing this
book
like for the
3.
this is like for the channel, like the channel like is to
No,
do the
this is
reviews and
like,
stuff?
I mean, I don't know what I got myself into. I don't know. I don't know. Like,
You're gonna become a
I don't know.
full-time
I
bookstagrammer.
know. It's like, I mean, because I'm not getting anything out of this other than like the free books to like read and like
Right.
review, and then I create my pages about them and
Right.
post them,
The clout, girl. You're getting the
and it's
clout.
like, it's insane. And then yesterday I got a book that I wasn't expecting. I got an email and it's from an author that I've been on her list. I went back and looked, and I've been on her list since 2016. That's how long I've been reading her books.
Wow.
And
Wow.
or at least the advanced copies of her books. And so she's like sent this out. And at first I was thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna have to read this one. And then I looked and it's like 534 pages. I'm like, I can't fit that in right now. But then it's an anthology. So it's got like, I don't know, like 9 or
Yeah.
10 authors total on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so hers is like a short story with characters from another series of hers.
Okay.
And it's
Okay. Yeah.
like hinting at an upcoming series. And she's
Ooh.
like, her email kind of made it sound like, I'm not doing any more arc forms, but I'll let you know when the next arcs are coming. So it's like, it kind of made me think that she's not accepting any more new arc people. And
Oh
maybe
wow.
just like if you're currently on the list, you just get them, So, because I didn't even know this
Wow.
was happening. And then I started looking at the list of authors and I'm like, I know that one and that one and that one and that one. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be a good read. So, good read. So, it's
So
on
how
my
does this work?
list.
Do they like
I don't
take them away from you? Like, is it on a
know.
limited basis, or like how
Mm-mm.
does that work?
No, like they send, it's an advanced review copy or an advanced reader's copy. That's what ARC stands for. Either I've heard those interchangeable.
Right.
And so
Right.
you get the advanced copy of the book before it goes live. In this
Wow.
particular case, like the first 6 are already out, and the 7th one is technically what's advanced.
I see. I'm
But
like gonna say, like, how do you give someone 7 books without like how do you have 7 books made without releasing any of them?
yeah, well, the first 6 they came out. I think the first one came out last year,
Mm.
and so
Oh, so
like
she's just been
so
like,
it's like 6 in between last year and And I think it was like October of last year, maybe, I think
Oh,
is what
wow.
that one was.
Crazy.
So between now and then, that's a pretty good amount of books.
That's a lot.
But
Yeah.
most of these, it's like the week before or a few days before or like a month before, like you get the advance copy.
So
And
the
like,
seventh one is really like the one that's
yeah,
about
the
to
seventh
release on the
one, like
16th.
I've had it for, I don't know, maybe like a week or two now, and it comes out like in 4 days. So I got that in advance, like much in advance. Some of them I've got as far as like a month in advance. Usually it's not that far. So if you don't have
Wow.
room in your
Yeah.
schedule, how you gonna, I don't know where you're gonna fit that in. But like you get the advance copy that may not be like fully polished. There may be some typos, there may be some things that change, but it's pretty much what's
Mhm.
going out, right? Other than like, hey, there needs to be a period here or like a capital or something like that, or this word
Mhm.
has an extra letter. And so like you read it and then you leave a review for like Amazon, Goodreads, BookBub, anything, social
I see.
media, make a video
Uh-huh.
about it, anything like that. And then you have to share your links, that your review links with them. There's usually like a form associated or like a Facebook group that you're in that you have to submit
Mhm.
it. And like, my only problem these days is that Amazon has got to where it's hiding some of my reviews from public view. And I don't know why. I guess it's like trying to protect me. Like, do you really want people to know you're reading that? you know? I don't know. But so some of my books, like it's hiding the reviews, which sucks because I don't know why. So, but I do post on Amazon, Goodreads, and now BookBub, because some of my newest arcs, they put that on the list, like they want you to do it on there too. So that I'm still pretty new to BookBub, but we're going there. Some of the books aren't even on that one, but it's
So how many books a month are you getting just like for free then now?
um oh gosh, that is a good question. Okay, so if I look at September, my
Mhm.
books for September. Oh, that's the wrong list. That's the coming out list. That's not the. Okay, so my books for September. Let's see. If I like, let's start at the front of September, which is like that week. So that's technically, the August 28th. So from there, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 books total that I read. And of advanced copies that I got from the authors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Like it
crazy.
used to,
More than
it used to
half.
be like I would just get one from Julia Sykes. That's the one that I've been following the longest,
That's your girl. Yeah, that's
with
your girl.
advanced
Yeah.
copies. So like since 2016, maybe once a year, or like she had some pauses in there. So I was just doing that, and then I gradually like started adding more and started adding more. And then I started getting people reaching out to me on Instagram saying,
Mhm.
hey, we've seen your page. We've
It's
seen this
amazing.
page. Like, what about this? And then when you sign up for that one, some of those recently, like they have like a master list for the marketing team that works with several other authors. And so you can sign up for those. And then Ashley quit it. And so I found a lot of new authors that I didn't even know about. And they're really good. Like the one that I read that I finished on the first, oh my gosh, that was her debut novel. And it was
Mhm.
so good and so messed up at the same time. And
Yeah.
I'm
See,
like,
that's why I don't understand. I thought you
it
would be
was
more
so
into
good.
true crime and like stuff like that.
No, I don't know. No, I mean, there's not enough smut in that. Like, I gotta
Yeah.
have some smut.
Yeah. It's not like
Even if it's
sexy,
like
scary.
some of these, it's a little more light on the smutty. And then, but like the overall story is like really good. And like, but that one, oh my gosh, that was like, it was just fucked up. And I want to know
Yeah.
when the next one comes out. Like I was like, after I finished that one, it's Glass and Bone, is the
Oh,
book, and I'll drop a link for
you
it.
haven't
But
seen
like,
that one about the Peter Pan one that I
oh gosh,
said I
which
was
one?
gonna
I've read
get,
like
and then I
two now, and then
didn't.
I have another one on the list.
I don't know. You said it was like Lost Boys
Oh,
something, and I
the
can't.
Vicious Lost Boys. Yes. The Vicious Lost Boys. Nikki St. Crow. Like a spinoff of that is coming out later maybe it's next month. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, now I just want to read. That's
Nikki
my
Crow.
problem. Like some of these, I just want to like read. Like, leave me alone. Let me read. I don't need to go anywhere. I don't
Right.
need to do anything.
So are a lot of
Just let me
these
read.
ones all digital too? Like they're just all digital release indie writers and
Yeah.
stuff?
Hang on. I got to answer this. Ugh. Hello. Okay. All right. That was the hubby. He was like getting ready to leave. And he's like, I was going to ask you if you wanted some pizza. I'm like, yeah, sure. Bring some pizza home for lunch. That'd be great.
Done.
Means I don't have to cook.
Done.
So, all right. What was that? What were you saying?
I was saying, are these all just Kindle or do they have paperbacks and options like that?
Some of them do have the paperback options, and then some of them you can do, they have like maybe everyone who is signing up for an ARC gets a digital copy, and then there's a select few
Oh,
that gets a paper copy. And
oh,
then
fun.
some of them, like they even
But
have like you
you
can,
opt in for the digital,
I
right? I
just
mean,
go digital. I mean, I don't know,
you're just fully
because
digital
like where am I going to
anyways.
put the books at? Like that's one reason I went digital.
I
But
know,
the more and
I'm
more I
outgrowing
see
this. If you
these
can tell, I'm
books,
outgrowing it.
yeah, the more and more I see these books, and like some of them they do like full blown PR boxes, which looks
Yeah.
so cool. And it's like,
So cool.
do I want that? I could do a video
Yes.
unboxing it. Maybe I
Yes.
do. Like, but then it's like, well, I got to start at the beginning of the series, and then I'm gonna have to go back and buy the first one to go along with it. I don't know. So I don't know. I may do that. I may do that
You need
moving
to.
forward
I
with
think you need to start
some.
doing those PR boxes for the
I think
gram.
only if the digital version comes too. Because I've gotten so used to like reading at night on my Kindle, I just set it to like dark mode, and then I read, and I
Yeah.
don't have to like, I'm not back in the day of like having the light and then like the book falling on my face because my arm gets tired, you know?
Right.
And it's like, and when you read a book that's like
And I'm like,
534 pages long, it's like,
yeah, it's big.
like that's going to
It's a
hurt your
big book.
face. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
So I don't know. I
That's why I
really
like I
love
like
this.
soft cover books. I don't really like hardcover books. I'm a weirdo. I don't know
Well, they're
what it
more
is.
expensive. I am mostly into paperbacks. The ones that I have in there are mostly paperbacks. I have a few hardbacks. There are even a few that I have the paperback, the hardback, and the digital copy.
Yeah, you
And I've
do.
seen more and more people lately who are doing like the book PR that they do. They have the digital copy, and then they love it so much that they get the physical copy because it's like a
Yeah.
trophy on their shelf, you know? And
Right.
they call them, these are my trophies, you know? So that may happen with like some of these. I don't know. They're just, they're so good.
Yeah.
One thing that I do like about getting the advanced copies is because I do Kindle Unlimited for a majority of my
hmm
books, those you're just borrowing those. But the advanced copies
Right.
from the authors, you're keeping those, you know?
That's cool.
So that is
Yeah.
cool. That's very cool. But like I told Mandy the other day, I was like, don't let me sign up for any more for the next little bit. Like just don't let me do it. Because her list is as long as mine, if not longer, because I have another, like I have one list of like the advanced copies I've received. And then I have
Right.
another
Versus the
list.
ones you
Yeah,
still want
that's
to
like
apply
I'm
for.
either waiting to hear back, or like the date is later, so it may just pop up a week before,
Right.
or
Right.
these are available, but I haven't applied for them
Yeah.
yet, but I could,
Right.
So I told her the other day, I was like, don't let me get any more. Like, don't. Like, because when I realized I had 7 books to read after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books before this one, and like, what
Mhm.
was I thinking? Why did I sign up for this? I'm like, don't let me do any more for the next little bit. Just tell me no. Don't let me do it. And then the next
Right.
day, I messaged her. I'm like, I did it. I'm like, I'm like, tell me why I just signed up for 4 fucking more. And she goes, ooh, which ones?
Yeah, she's a
I'm
bad
like,
influence.
and then I'm like, I
She's a
messaged her, I'm
bad
like,
little
this one, this one,
influence.
and this one. And she goes, already signed up. Don't know who that is, but let me check.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I've turned
How
her on
do
to
you
some of
guys
the groups that I'm in now.
do you
So
do you guys like is Mandy like into writing or anything like that, or you guys are
she is
just
not, no.
really like reading?
Yeah, she likes
Hmm,
reading. So
That's interesting. So
And I
interesting.
haven't written in a while, though it's been a while. So
Yeah, my husband's really good at that kind of stuff. It's hard for him to stay focused,
yeah.
especially when we just have like a real life going on and it's like, oh, I'm
No,
supposed to sit here
darn
and write
real
three
life getting
pages.
all in the way.
Yeah, it's like so frustrating. Yeah. But all right, well, that was great. Great
We may
little book rant.
we may have
Maybe
to
you
split
can
this episode into two
maybe
or
we have to
three.
split it up into 2 episodes, but that's fine. I can do another
That's
intro if you want. But I like when you do like the
fine.
little blooper or whatever in the beginning and then it just kind of goes into it. I think we
Yeah.
actually do just fine with that.
Yeah. I think it totally works.
Yeah, it
Do too.
totally vibes
And
fine.
the recent videos that we have done, I've got so many shorts in my list of little videos to go out. We are making some good content.
We are. And I'm
We
telling you
are.
what, the shorts are doing good all over the place. Our
They're
TikTok
fun.
is doing good.
It's making
It's
me
kind of
want to do
crazy.
more shorts for like my planning page and my book page. And
Because
because
look how much they're
they're
getting
fun.
traction. It really is doing so much better.
It's amazing.
It is
And,
amazing.
and they're
It
fun.
is
They're
amazing.
fun.
Oh, they're so
And
fun.
they're
And
good
they're
little
cute and they're
teasers.
funny.
Like, oh, and
Yeah.
I figured out, I don't know if people know this, but I figured out that on YouTube, when I post a short that is like an episode clip, I can
Yeah.
attach it to the episode. So like, yeah, I
Really?
didn't notice that before. I went
That's
back and I like
awesome.
started doing it. I don't know if it's new or because I have seen that they're changing something about links with shorts and everything. So I don't know if maybe that's a new feature. But I went back and like if it's a clip from like episode 5, in the description there's a link for episode 5. So if you're like,
That's
oh, this sounds cool,
awesome.
you can click it and go and listen to the full
Go to
episode.
the full
So if
episode.
you're looking at our shorts, notice that, that you
Yes,
can
I
see
love
that now.
that.
That's pretty cool.
I love the little happy dance one.
Oh.
Got so many likes on it.
Well, I
And
think our
then
next ones are going to be good. I've got another one planned for this afternoon. It's going to
we
go.
have another like 2 that have like over 1,000 views.
That's
Like you're
crazy.
joking. It's
That's
insane.
crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That is.
We're gonna be
That's fun.
monetized on YouTube before we even know it.
I know.
I mean, you just got monetized. Well, you just got monetized on the other channel, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
now
so
I just have to
exciting.
figure out if I want to do a membership thing there, or if I don't want to do like YouTube taking 30% of the profits and figure out how to do it
Mm-hmm.
on my own website through, like a
Right.
WooCommerce membership or subscription or something. So that's still
Yeah.
all up in the air, but like all the supers are there. So that's cool.
Oh my
So,
God, this other one has the eyeball one still has like 2,000 views.
oh my gosh, I love that one. That's a,
It's so
that's a
good.
great one. That's a great one.
Yes. And then the ones of us just like talking at the end of the stream still have so many views.
Oh my goodness. I found one the other day, like in the cuts of one of our videos, that it was
Yeah.
me ranting about that Notion tutorial that went so horribly wrong. I may just go ahead
Right.
and share that because it was like, I don't know, like a full 5 minutes about,
Yeah.
how crazy that was and how,
You should. You should
yeah,
put it on your regular
yeah,
channel talking about it,
I think I might.
promoting the live
Yeah.
streams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
should.
dog.
Oh,
Nope, that's dog fuzz. It's not an orb. It's like, because
okay.
I'm like, what is this floating down?
You're
It's like
gonna have
a
to clip. You're
hairball.
gonna have to make. You're gonna have to make a clip of just how many times something came back by my screen. Like you're gonna have to.
Because it did. It happened. I saw it. I saw it.
Twice.
It was there. I'm gonna I'm gonna put that on the list of our shorts. Oh, it's like a drinking
But that's just
game
me like,
about ghosts. My gosh, crazy. Okay, all right. We should probably wrap up because look,
yeah, you're right.
look
You're
at
right.
this.
Oh, damn. Oops. Oops.
It's like, oh, I got a
Took a whole
timer. We're
hour
gonna do
episode
short
and then like a
episodes.
30-minute episode.
Like
Look, we
what?
did a 30-minute book rant.
Yeah. Like there you go. We just recorded 3 episodes in one sitting. Look at us go.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, we're efficient up in here, okay?
That's how we do
We're
it.
yeah, we're here to make content. Well, that's
Got
why,
this.
listen, this is why we were like, why don't we have a podcast? We need to make merch next. We need one
Ooh.
that says the fire pole. And
Oh
we need
my.
one that says this is why we have a podcast.
Yep. We're podcasting again. Like
We're podcasting again. This is why we have a podcast.
Ashley, calm
Well,
down.
thank you everyone. Thank you for sitting along and just being here with us and watching, and even if it's an hour episode or a 30-minute episode or whatever we put out, Tori's gonna hook it up. So but we'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Bye.
Bye.